There are three different types of boundaries, and you're probably going to connect with one more than the others. And your boundary style is more than likely also going to be linked to what your attachment style is. If you don't know about attachment and how it shapes who you are as a person in your relationships, that's what we do here. First boundary type is having rigid boundaries. You're never willing to change your mind, no matter on the person or the context. You are inflexible, but not in a good way. You cut people off, you're blunt, and then you have all these rules and fixed ideas and a fixed mindset about what people should do. You always feel as though your opinion is right, and you're never willing to look at what the bigger picture is. You're not really interested in preserving relationships. You are just like, yeah, that don't work for me, so it's a hard no. It's actually the inflexibility that makes it unhealthy. And often when you have a rigid boundary style, you often have an avoidant attachment style as well. And the second boundary style is when you have loose boundaries. It's that you don't know when to say no, and you always put other people's needs before your own. You feel guilty if you try and say no. Try to avoid situations so that actually, instead of having to say no or deal with it, you'll just avoid the person completely and hope it goes away on its own. And it never does. More than likely, you're an oversharer and you don't actually say how you really feel about something because you just want to be liked and feel accepted. Loose boundaries, anxious attachment. And then the third boundary style is when your boundaries are healthy. You know when to set a boundary. You can recognize when it's time to say yes and when it's time to say no. You are willing to take things into context and not worry about how it's being perceived necessarily by the other person. It's knowing what your needs are in relationships and not sacrificing yourself. And a really big part of healthy boundaries that I don't think people talk about enough is that you are also able to accept the boundaries of others and you don't take things personally. And that usually comes with having a secure attachment style. These are the three boundary styles: rigid, loose, or healthy. Let me know which one do you have in the comments.